Passion our purpose, profit our pain. I don't want my name to ever be in vain. A life full of substance is the only thing that will remain the same. Millennial thoughts. Hello, welcome back to Millennial Thoughts with your girl Alicia. I hope y'all are enjoying the Millennial Thoughts Travel Edition. It's really been fun for me meeting people through Instagram and Facebook. And today I have with me Ty Travels. I met her through Facebook groups, the travel Facebook groups. She's been to about 40 countries and she's trying to do 100 countries before 30. And I just seen some of her content, and she is definitely a fan of hostels and also a fan of a spirit. And so she travels all the time and she knows how to travel for a budget. So I brought her on here to tell y'all about how to travel on a budget. So thanks for joining us, Ty. How are you today?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. I'm so excited to just get into, learning how to travel on a budget, because people want to travel. They just don't know where to go or how to go. And hostels are like a really big thing now. I feel like they've always been a big thing, but they're getting bigger now.
Yeah, I feel
And
like
so,
in the Black community, you hear hostel, what do you think? You think of getting your body chopped up
yeah.
and you getting slaughtered somewhere, and people don't even know what a hostel is. So
Mm-hmm.
I just want to let them know, listen, a hostel is kind of like a dorm room in college, or just a dorm. Everybody has it's bunk beds. You share rooms with other travelers, so it's perfect. If your friends don't want to travel, leave them where they're at. You'll make new friends. You'll make American friends and friends from all over the world. So if you fear not having somebody with you, go to a hostel. It's not that I can't afford to go to a hotel. It's that I don't want to be alone. I want to
Mm-hmm.
meet people and I want to have interactions and want to have people to go with me to, the monuments the next day or something.
Oh yeah, that's cool. I never really thought about it like that. I stayed in the hospital, but it was definitely in America or whatever when I did like a service break or whatever, and I never really thought about them. But when you're solo traveling, people do say stay in hostels, because when you do go to your hotel, it's like you go back to your room, you don't really know anybody, and you really can't figure out people are solo traveling if they're on work. But going to hostels is like y'all are all there. Y'all are there kind of for a common goal to like see the country or see the city, see whatever's going on, the sites and stuff like that. And you can always like try to find at least one buddy there, you know?
Yeah, and do it on a budget. And the thing is, if you go to a hotel and you're alone, you might not enjoy the trip as much. I hear a lot of people say, hey, I went and I didn't love it. And I feel like who you're with and the interactions you have really does make your trip. So not saying that you don't enjoy your own company, but meeting other people really can uplift you and teach you things about yourself that you didn't even know. It
Mm-hmm.
like, for example, I just came from India and I was skeptical about trying a lot of foods, but meeting people in the hostels who knew what to eat made it easier for me to try new things, because I went out with them and they're like, oh, eat this, try this. You don't have to buy it. You could try some of mine. And if you like it, you know what to get next time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. So the main thing I think that people are worried about could be like safety and belongings and things like that. So what are your tips on like trying to, I guess, like even book a hostel? Like, is there options to have like your own room? Do you always have to stay in the bunk beds? Like, how do you have a lock?
Okay.
Like, what do you
So
go
you can
through?
start by either going to hostelworld.com first, or you can look on Expedia or one of those sites and start from low to high. Start your search from low to high. And usually those are the hostels in the city, the hostels and the guest houses. So if you are staying at a hostel, there are different kinds. If you are like a yoga meditation kind of person, they have like those type of hostels. If you're a partier like me, I go to the party hostels. But I don't party. That's the funny thing. But I go to the party hostels just to be around sociable people.
Mm-hmm.
If you are like, just really on a budget and you're really bumming it out, they really have those type of hostels too. So, all your needs can be accommodated, and it comes with free breakfast most of the times and free group activities like a free morning walking tour or a sunset walking tour, something along those lines.
I see what you're saying. So yeah, so it's basically accommodating to like
Yeah,
whatever
and you
your
can
vibe.
book a private room, because you did ask me that. You can book a private room at a hostel. You don't have to share your room, and they have lockers and your things can be safe in a hostel.
So every trip you really go to, you stay in hostels for the majority of the trip?
Unless I'm like with a lot of friends or if I'm with a date or
Hmm.
something of that sort.
Oh, then you're in hostels.
Yeah, if I'm alone, yeah, I'm
Mm-hmm.
not gonna just be in a hotel and I'm by myself.
Yeah, and that's actually a lot of money to be spent in the hotels, honestly. That's why I think that's one reason why I don't solo travel, because I'm like, dang, I could really like split this hotel cost with somebody. Instead of paying 300, I could pay $150. And so I think that's really the reason, like people say
Yeah.
like some people are like scared to solo travel. I don't think I'm not scared to solo travel. I just don't really want to foot that bill all the time.
Yeah, and hostels are like $10 a night or less, maybe a little more, but you're not gonna be breaking the bank.
So how did you like get into traveling, or how did you even hear like about hostels and stuff like that when you started traveling?
Okay, how did I get into travel? I just always had big dreams since I was a little girl. Like I always dreamed about like going to Florida and living in Florida, which is what inspired my move to Tallahassee and going to Florida State. So while I was there, I met a guy and he was telling me how he just came on a cruise and he was showing me pictures and he went alone and I was just like, wow, that's so dope. I could do that. Like I would totally go on a cruise alone. And he told me the website vacationstogo.com. So vacationstogo.com is what fueled my travel obsession. I was on there like every day or a couple times a week tracking cruises till about maybe 6 months later I booked my first cruise and then yeah, travel bug full on.
You went by yourself?
Yeah, I mean I I asked a lot of friends because sorry. Yeah, I asked a lot of friends and nobody could come and I even offered to pay because you're paying double occupancy anyway on a cruise
Yeah,
when you
I
go
know.
solo. So I'm just like, just come, you pay your gratuities and bring spending money. And
Hmm.
still, we're all in college. Nobody could really afford it. So I went solo. This is like, I didn't know solo travel was a thing or anything. I was really
Hmm.
the only person that I knew that was doing things like that.
So did you like traveling? I know we're like taking a turn, but like traveling on a cruise by yourself, like did you like that? Was it like you would do it again, or would you like, no, I don't
Yeah,
think I really.
I've been on maybe 10 cruises solo.
For real, I just
Yeah.
see. I don't know. With cruises, I feel like it's different. I feel like if you're solo, then it's just like you're like so to yourself. Cause I feel like it's kind of hard. Like I just got off a cruise, and I went with like family and friends or whatever. I'm like, if I'm by myself, like you, unless you like don't eat dinner, like you have a dinner time you go, but you might not eat that if you're solo. But I feel like people are like so not cliquish because like you come with your family and friends. That it's like it's so hard to meet solo travelers on the cruise, which there could be a lot. I just don't know. And so I'm just
Then
like, I
you know
think.
you just join somebody else's group that like you meet a group of like my first one I met these two girls, they happen to be from Brooklyn. I'm like, oh perfect, and we just rocked out the whole trip. And then every time I'm on a cruise I meet my crew.
Oh, you do see. I don't know about that one, but I haven't been on one by myself, so I haven't, been forced to do it as well. I just like look and observe, like, ooh, could I come here again? Then I'm like, ooh, hold on, do I want to pay that fee by myself or something like that? But people do be doing it, and so I just think that's interesting too. That there's so many people who solo travel, even like on cruises and stuff like that. But yeah, people are like doing it more now. But I guess they've always been doing it, but it's just more out there. So I'm like, I'm ready to do a solo trip, but I just really haven't did one yet. Hopefully, it can happen soon though.
Do
So
the Groupon one. It's like $200, $100 per person, like $200 for two people
for what?
for 2 days in the Bahamas.
Oh, on like a cruise or something?
Yeah, so you leave, you spend 2 nights on the ship.
Oh, okay. Well,
And
I guess
it's
I'll check.
yeah, I did a fake little baby moon and I took that cruise and I was like, it's cheap, why not? And I had a really good time.
Also, do you travel with your son as well?
Yeah, I traveled with him throughout my pregnancy and then after I had him, I continued on traveling.
So, how many countries has he been to?
He's been to 10.
Okay, and how old is he?
He's 2.
Oh, he's two.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, he's racking up. Okay. I didn't even know. I really didn't even know how old he was. I thought you were gonna be like he's like 5 or 6. Like 10 countries before 10. Like oh my goodness. Like that's literally freaking amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah. So like with that, like I guess like traveling with kids or whatever. Like, do you have any tips for people who do want to travel but do have kids or something like that? And also like I know well your kid like he's not in school yet too. So like I guess you have more free. He has more free time and it's just like there's no schedule. Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah. So,
so it's like,
there's this whole movement now with the World School Moms, and we're just the moms that travel with our children and homeschool them. So, even when he becomes of school age, that won't affect our travel schedule either.
you think you're gonna homeschool your son?
Yeah, definitely will, but he will be in a
Yeah.
lot of immersive educational programs like, you know, after school programs and stuff like that.
Yeah, I definitely think I that now that is a goal. I don't hopefully it works out, but I definitely want to homeschool my kids so I could travel with them. But then I'm thinking like if I travel so much before I have kids, I'm like, well, I don't know where I'm gonna take them because I done already been everywhere. So I don't really know. However, it happens, you
And
know.
yeah, my son, he goes to the hostels too. He gets people are like, you take that baby to a hostel? Yeah, he goes to the party hostels and he turns up with the partiers.
Oh my goodness, so that's crazy. So how did you turn I guess how did you like turn your travel into like being a writer into like I guess it's like a business or like you write for people and stuff like that, like the freelance. How did you turn that?
Okay, so this was the thing. When I was doing my travels and I was pregnant, I was like looking for people to travel with, and in my community, in college, and I just could not find many people, especially if I didn't pay for them. So I did have people who would come with me if I paid for them, and I
Mm-hmm.
was just looking for people that could afford their own travels. Not that I didn't enjoy paying for my friends, because I did, and I don't mind. Sorry. So I was looking for people and I stumbled across some travel groups on Facebook. And when I seen those images and those people traveling the world and having a good time, I was truly inspired. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to just travel full time while I'm pregnant because I don't have to work right now. I had some money saved up. And I was thinking, well, how can I make side money since I'm not going to be? I was a waitress and a bartender prior too, and I was traveling
Yeah.
with that money. But I'm like, what else can I do? So I said I want to be a blogger. So I said, all right, cool. Let me try this. I'm gonna start blog, like writing, not have a blog, but start writing in these travel groups, um, and just share my experience. And then I just got a little popular, and I'm like, all right, now I have to actually set up a blog. And I still, till this day, haven't gotten a chance to do it. But what I did was I applied to different companies. Like I would slide in the DMs. I'm so unprofessional. I would just be like, yo, I got this article. You like it? Seriously, just like that. Not so unprofessional. and and they would be so responsive. Hey, send me an email. Da, 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 da. And then I'd email them, and then they would link me, and then send me my contract, and then there I go. That's how I got my Hostel World contract. Did the same thing for Skyscanner, and I sent them the article that I wrote for Black Elite Travelers.
Mm-hmm.
So that article got me a job at Hostel World and Skyscanner, and also Travel Pirates. And then I was like, okay, so I'm working for all my favorite companies now, or some of my favorite companies now. How can I blow up? Like, how can I make even more money? So I have this app that I use. It's called Fiverr, and I advertise as a ghostwriter for different um, whoever wants to book me, and they book me. I write their articles, and they just say that they wrote it, and they just pay me to write the articles for them.
Oh, like travel or like anything. I don't.
Mainly travel.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. That's good, like a ghostwriter thing. So you have like a Fiverr account and this like freelancing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I know. I haven't even started my blog either. I'm just like, whoo, I ain't figured it out. I wish I could write for other people. Then I'm like, well, I wouldn't even write for myself if I wrote for other
And
people.
I don't
But
know if, like, sometimes I think, am I doing the wrong thing, like, by writing for other people? Like, because it's fast money. Like, I could get the $200 then and there. And then
mhm.
they probably can make way more than what I'm making. So it's like, maybe I should set up my blog. But I don't know. I'm just all over the place, girl.
Okay, so but well, that's cool how you were able to like use it and then I guess start a business. So, well, I do you see yourself I guess in the future starting a blog, or do you just see like yourself traveling from like freelancing and stuff like that? Like,
I don't like freelancing because
hmm
I'm needy and I like attention. I want to be the star. So I decided that, you know what, I'm gonna stop doing the blog thing, and doing the ghostwriting thing, and I started writing a book.
oh, okay, okay, I see what you're saying. Oh yeah, about your book. So, what is your book about?
Well, my son, he's 2 and he's been to a lot of places, and I just want to highlight his adventures because he learns like a lot of different languages and he understands a lot. So, to go from being in Cuba and learning Spanish, or being in Jordan and being around a lot of Arabic, it's crazy watching his progress. I just want to share his story with the world pretty much and help educate other toddlers and kids on geography and languages and different cultures, because it doesn't even have to be like, it could be something so simple. Like, I was in India, the women have the red dots on their forehead.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it could just be a simple question like, hey, what is that? And
Mm-hmm.
then you find out it's called a bindi, and this is its purpose. It's a blessing. And you know a lot of kids are embarrassed to have to wear that on their head. I just want representation for everybody. I want everybody to be proud of where they come from, and it's just to spread positivity and love for other cultures.
Oh, okay. And so that would be like what your book is about.
Yeah.
Um, and they'll be like geared toward like toddler age or something.
Yeah,
Toddler age.
I feel like the
Oh.
age in the book is more like 4 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they're not toddlers, they're kids, they can talk.
That's true. Yeah, for yeah. And I want to do books too. So that's so cool that you were saying that. And yeah, he literally has been on like he literally can write his own book. He's been to 10 countries. Like, okay. So we talked about the hostels. We talked about your book. Is there any tips that you would give to people who want to start traveling or like stay in hostels or like travel on a budget? You were talking about Spirit. I know people are like, I've never flown Spirit, but I know people talk about it, like pros and cons
Yeah, that it's just
about it.
an ongoing question. Is Spirit Airlines safe? Is it a good airline? And I can tell you right now, Spirit Airlines has the number one performance time or whatever for on time flight performance. I'm sorry, I said that so backwards.
They
But
have,
they are number one in on time flight performance.
oh, that's good.
Yeah, so don't blame Spirit when your flight gets delayed. It's literally because of weather or something like that. And that can happen with any airline.
hmm Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. So you're all for Spirit.
Yeah, I'm for Spirit. Book your flight at the ticket counter. It's
Okay, yeah. So let's
significantly
talk about
cheaper.
that. Like, yeah, I heard it's cheaper. So you go and, but they isn't Spirit the one that flies like in certain areas and stuff like that.
Yeah, so they don't go to like Thailand or anything, but if you want to go to Colombia, Panama, Mexico, they go through a lot of places in Central America and South America.
And you can book your flight like at the airport.
Yep. And that's
And
any airport. So, for example, just because I'm by LaGuardia doesn't mean that I can't book a ticket for a flight out of Newark Airport or Fort Lauderdale.
mm-hmm.
You can buy it for any airport.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. And so what is it? So you can so Spirit Airlines, like you can buy it there, but you have to like pay for like your luggage or something like that. Is that what it is?
Yeah, you have to pay for your luggage. I think the luggage is like $30 or $40. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't do luggage. I'm team carry on.
Oh, so you just carry your bag?
I have a suitcase, but I have
Oh.
a carry-on size suitcase.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. You just put everything in there, so then you don't have to necessarily pay
Yeah, I don't pay.
for
I
luggage.
yeah, I can fit a month worth of stuff into a book bag or a suitcase.
What people talk about that all the time? Like, oh my goodness, like, they just like, yeah, I do carry on. I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, let me get on this carry on life. But then you got shoes, then you and like, I'm like, how you do your clothes like this, or how you figure out how to
Girl,
do
I
this and
got
that?
makeup, shoes, wigs, and my baby's clothes and diapers, wipes.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't think I'm team carry on yet. That's why I fly Southwest though. I don't know about team carry on, but I also feel like I go places for a while, and I don't feel like I can just take a carry on. But who knows?
Yeah,
I,
you know, do laundry. You know,
yeah, that's true if you go to a place. But I guess if you go to a place that they have laundry,
now
like
you gotta
washers
do
and
it
dryers.
like on the sink. You just gotta wash your
Oh,
clothes.
are you talking about him washing clothes?
I'm
And
just
I'm over
kidding.
here
I'm
like a
just kidding.
dryer washer thing. Good job. No, about that one.
I was in Guatemala and I had like my whole suitcase of clothes and they washed it for $3 and dried.
Oh, what? That's good. Because on the cruises, my parents talking about going cruise. They're talking about $6 or $3 to wash and $3 to dry. Like what? Oh my goodness! Like
$6 is not bad.
yeah. Well, when you have more than one load,
Okay.
yeah.
You know, as a New Yorker, that's typical laundry price. That's like that's right.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm like, but when you have more than one load that you gotta do, it's bad. Oh yeah. Oh, New York don't have washers and dryers in their apartments.
Funny, but
So
some
that's all need to be in New York.
not in my building, but people do have washers and dryers in their houses. But in my building, we're not allowed to do that.
What? See, New York trying to take all
But
your
we have a laundromat inside of our building though.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah,
That's not bad then. You don't have to go too far.
it's because wasting water basically.
Yeah, I feel that one. Oh my goodness. Well, I know New York is actually a good place because they talk about like how you can go to different places quickly, and they're always flying out of New York, and I just be like, y'all, that's so salty. Have you heard of the Audacity Fest, right?
Yes, I heard about
I
the Audacity Fest.
I heard it's gonna be in New York next year. That's what I heard.
Oh,
Word on the
well, if
street.
it's going to be in New York next year, I'll definitely be there. I wanted to be there this weekend, but I was booked out on all my tours. I didn't want to
Oh, okay.
cancel. So yeah, I'm
Oh
also a
yeah, and
tour guide. So I just do
yeah,
anything
yeah.
that I can to make money to fund my lifestyle.
Yes. Okay. So you tour. You do tours for Airbnb, or you do?
Yeah, I'm an Airbnb host.
Yes. Okay. So that's a new thing that I seen on there. That's a good way to make money. So if y'all live in the poppin' city or whatever, y'all want to do some tours, you just go sign up for Airbnb. I don't know really what you gotta show them, what you gotta do, but I want to honestly like do that too. But I don't be in a poppin' city or whatever, so
You
that's
never
kind of
know.
hard
You
for
should
me
do
to do.
something in Kentucky because people go there.
Yeah, but I don't live in the poppin' city for Kentucky though.
Um, well, you never
Yeah,
know. Maybe you could offer something. There's always
and
something.
and yeah, and that's what I was gonna say. Maybe if I don't live it though, I could still do it, and people can book me or something like that. But I'm not really for sure about that. But yeah, I'm trying to get into the travel industry too, travel tourism or something like that. So I think that could be kind of dope. Um, so yeah, anything else? If you don't have anything else, I'll just say like, thanks for chatting with me.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Um,
We got it all covered, right?
yes, I think we did. So yes, hopefully y'all enjoyed this. So start booking Spirit and start staying in hostels and be a tour guide in your city and save some money and make some money.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it. So thank y'all so much. Hope y'all enjoy this. Tell them, I guess, where they can follow you at, or like they can see your content and stuff like that.
Okay, my Instagram is at Trips with Ty. That's TAI. And my Facebook is Ty Travels.
Okay. I think I did see that. So yes, so hopefully y'all go follow her, check out her stuff, and stay tuned.